Today I'm going to be doing an oil change on my dirt bike, and I am going to be using this Maximum MTL fluid, and it's for 2 and 4 stroke transmission oils, and it has this thing called a clutch saver formula in it, and I've used this in my old bike and I really liked it. It feels like it grabs a little more and gets more power to the rear wheel. So first of all, I'm gonna have to take this skid plate off, and then I will be back. Okay, so I got the skid plate off. Thing was obviously homemade by the guy who owned it before me, and was a very good job. So like everything was just all different sizes on here, different kind of screws. One thing I found with a dirt bike is never use a Phillips screw, because when you get all the mud and stuff in there, you can't get the right size in, and then you just strip. So now I am gonna take all the oil out of the case. So all the oil sits in here with the clutch and in the gearbox. So there's a lubrication, and then I don't know exactly how it works, but the clutch with that oil somehow grabs better, and you definitely don't want to run one of these wet clutches dry. It'll just destroy them, melt together. And yeah, sorry about the bike, it's kind of dirty. I haven't rode it since the last time I washed it. Yeah. So, I'm gonna drain the oil out, and then add 850 mils of that Maxima MTL into here. And what you do is you just take this off here, put the oil in. And, as you can see, the clutch is like right there, so it'll be a slow fill. Definitely. Well, I'm gonna drain the oil out, and then I'll be back. So I got all the oil out, and there wasn't any shavings or anything like that in there, so it's all good. It's pretty black. It's time for a good change. I had about a quarter of a bottle left over from my last. Oh, there's another drip from my last oil change on my other bike, and I just threw a bit of that in there while it was drained to help flush it through. And yeah, so all the old oil should be out by now. And now I'm gonna put the drain plug back in, which goes. You can't really see it. Oh, yeah, right there. So I'm gonna wipe that off, put the drain plug back in, then I'm gonna go over to the other side here, and we are gonna put the 850 mils of oil into that hole. I have my thing here, which it only goes up to 500. So I'm gonna focus. 500. There we go. And so I'm gonna dump that in there. Then I'm gonna fill it up to 350 again. This is well, I don't know if I said this before. It takes 850 mils of oil. And yeah. So now I got all 850 mils in. Oh, whoops. So it's a bit of a pain putting it in here, because the clutch is like right there, so you have to do it so slow. Like, yeah, the clutch is right there, so if you kick it over, you can see the clutch moving. And one thing I find help is I put the discs right where the filler hole is, so that when you're filling it, the oil goes right onto the disc, and it doesn't have to make its way all through there. But yeah, just with it being so close to the filler hole here, it takes such a long time to fill up. And that's gonna be it. That is how you change your oil on a 2002 CR250R.